Module 23 incoming in June. So let's talk about it. Roll it. Welcome back, friends, foes, veterans, and new players. How are you all?
Tell me, Dragonslayer, will you
sub to me? Oh, and by the way, if you haven't subbed to my channel yet, make sure to do so because I have a lot more exciting content on the way. You know, because it's my playstyle.
Now, so lock. Powerful lock.
And make sure you watch the video until the end because I have a question for you all. So I guess most of you have already heard the new module that is coming in June is called Dragonslayer. And just so you know, I was invited to test some of the new upcoming content, but refused to go for my own reasons, which I'm not going to divulge here. Also, I don't care what any other content creator says about the new module or how much they hype it up. Seeing is believing, and if it's good and if it's trash, you best believe I'll say it's trash too. So let's save our final opinion for the release, since we have all been hyped for new content before and ended up disappointed. So we'll see. Pretty obvious what the main theme is for this module: to slay dragons. Even though I wouldn't mind slaying some tacos or Greek salads along the way. Hello? So what is coming, and are you excited about this new module? One thing I like is that they're releasing the module at the same time on both PC and consoles. That should keep a smile on console players' faces for sure. Also, the rework or new and improved Tiamat should be good too, but I will save my judgment for after it is released since I wasn't a fan of the Demogorgon rework. Demogorgon didn't have any major changes and was more annoying than anything else. Having to run in circles chasing after the boss was horrific. Granted, not all tanks did that, but most of them did, which in the end made me hate Demogorgon period. So what will this Tiamat be like? In my opinion, Tiamat doesn't need any huge changes to it. The main change they should focus on is its loot. Upgrade the loot to reflect the current modules. Sure, they can change the graphics, maybe a few mechanics, and make it more interesting visually, but the main thing players always want is to be rewarded for their effort. The Demogorgon rework, as annoying as it was, at least had some good drops you could sell or use, hence why players ran it on the daily, and some made millions upon millions of Astro Diamonds just by farming it. Though from now on, if Demogorgon's loot table remains the same, not many would want to run it because more and more better sets are coming out with time. We already have the Mythalar, which is slightly better for most classes, so if not updated, the demo set will lose value in the end. Same will apply for the new Tiamat. If the loot isn't upgraded, then I don't care how much better it is or prettier it looks. After a few completions, people will refuse to run it because why run something that gives you nothing in return? Also, whatever this Tiamat is going to be, they need to already have a plan for the future Tiamat. Let me explain what I mean. So if this Tiamat is awesome and has incredible new loot, and we all just gangbang Tiamat daily, you know, because 5 heads are better than 1, which would be the norm, since the player base will be rewarded accordingly as they should be, hence they will run it more. Only to have it be worthless 1 or 2 modules down the road due to outdated loot. Then why even bother? And that is what I have been preaching for years to Cryptic. We want content that persists through time, that is worth doing further down the road. The usual outcome is a new trial or dungeon comes out or whatever it is, it gets hyped for 1 or 2 months, then it fades away into nothingness since something else better came along that has better loot. That needs to change, and the new executive producer, Brett Norton, needs to make sure loot is constantly being revised with every passing module. Most of the older dungeons are dust collectors or just something to run for fun and not for reward. So will this new module bring anything new to the table? I'm not so sure. We will have to see. But if I was to venture a guess according to history, I'd say it would be more of the same. Campaigns full of repeatable fetch quests to earn specific currencies or reach certain milestones to get some free items. There'll be heroics, hunts, trials, new dungeon maps, or what have you. And I don't mind any of that even if it's repetitive, if the actual content is worth doing and offers something back to the players who invest time into it. And the battle pass better be worth it too, because the one I saw wasn't very good. The thing I want the most from this module is to bring players back and keep the player base engaged and interested in the new content. People need a reason to stay and play the game. I also want the new module to have little to no bugs and glitches. Let's have a nice quality release for once without 100 patches following up the release, just to fix what should have been working to begin with. I want the rewards to be worth it for both new players, mid-game, and end-game, and we sure as hell want the content to withstand the test of time. I am doubtful they can achieve all this due to the history of Neverwinter, but I am all in if they surprise me and prove us all wrong by finally releasing something worthwhile that can last into the future, and not just for a few months. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the game has so many problems that they need to address, but those are topics for future videos. So, am I excited for the new module? To be honest, I have become numb to it, so I'm neither here nor there. What I do know, however, is the trailers are usually way better than the actual content. I just don't want this to be another money grab. They are allowed to make money, don't get me wrong, and they should make money, because if they don't, then Neverwinter will just cease to exist. But players will pay and support the game when they feel like what they receive in return is worth every penny they spent. Make the game about the player, not your pocket. And then in return, the players out of appreciation will fill up your pockets. That's just how it goes. But we'll see soon enough as blogs come out and the module drops if it lives up to the hype. Because we all love dragons and we all love this game even if it keeps hurting us. So my question to you is, what do you think will happen with this module? 1 month hype and then it just dies down to nothingness? Or will the rewards be good enough to keep you happy? Will you enjoy the module as a whole? Let me know in the comments your full opinion and expectations for this module. Let's see if any of you get it right. And I'm pretty sure some of you will. Galactic here. Peace out. Stay safe.